This is Goliath, an oversized Kiss Loom that Cliff made so I can take pictures and make video clips that hopefully are going to be more clear on what I'm doing. We are going to do now the E-wrap, cast on, and E-wrap. We start by making a slip knot, placing it on the first peg, and then we go behind the pin, come back to the front, E-wrap the second peg, back to the pin, E-wrap on the front, behind the pin, E-wrap the peg, behind the pin, E-wrap the peg, go behind the corner pin, E-wrap the other peg on the side, and then we turn around. To turn around, we go behind the pin, E-wrap the second peg, behind the pin, E-wrap the peg, behind the corner pin, and we continue like that. Once that all the pegs are wrapped, we're going to do a 1/1. The first peg is always a little bit hard to do. We need off all of the pegs. And we come back. We are going to skip the first peg. So we just E-wrap starting on the second peg. Once that all the pegs are wrapped, once again, we are going to need 1/1. Skipping the first peg is really nice for the edges of an stand-alone item, like a blanket, a pot holder, a dishcloth. When we're going to be sewing items together, then it works better not to skip the first peg. That is what we're going to do next. When we don't skip the first peg, what we do is we wrap the first peg, go behind the first pin, and then we continue E-wrapping all of the pegs. We need off, and in a second we're going to be ready to turn again. If we're not going to skip the first peg, we wrap the peg, go behind the pin, and then we continue E-wrapping and knitting off all of the pegs.